Hello, guys. I want to welcome you again to another episode of Networking in the Cloud. I want to believe you've been enjoying the video so far, and I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your comments. I also would like to let you know that if you have any video you would like to see troubleshooting in networking as regards to AWS, just hit me up on the comments on the comment section. So let me know. And just real quick, I just want to bring this up to you guys. A lot of people have been wondering, is Transit Gateway highly available? What if I need to ensure that I have, I design my Transit Gateway in such a way that it's highly available? We've been having that kind of question. You want to understand what exactly is the availability of Transit Gateway. And I don't know, maybe many of you might have actually go to this. I'm going to show you now this tab, this documentation on AWS, and I will pull your attention to this line exactly. So if you look at this line, it says you do not need additional transit gateways for high availability because transit gateways are highly available by design. Now, some of you are confused about that. You're just trying to understand in details. Okay, what do you mean by it's highly available by design? Do you mean if I have a single transit gateway, it's fine, and you just want to get a deep understanding to that? So I'll just explain to you what this part actually means so that you'll be at peace when you have your transit gateway. First and foremost, if I go to my screen, you can see I have a transit gateway already launched here in Ireland region. It doesn't matter. And what I want you to know is that transit gateway, first and foremost, is a regional construct, is a regional entity on its own. So that means that if God forbid, if a region goes down, then even if you have a transit gateway, it's going to be affected. But hardly will you see that a region actually go down in AWS environment or AWS cloud. So maybe you have another workloads in a different region, then you might want to set up a transit gateway in that region. But let's focus on this particular region that we have. So you're wondering, okay, I want to make my transit gateway highly available. What does that mean? And AWS is telling me that it's already highly available. So I'm trying to understand that. So real quick, if you look at this, I will just explain to you what it means. If you look at this, the transit gateway indeed is highly available. With a lot of things that AWS has done in the background, it means that you cannot just have your transit gateway down, just disappear and tell you that you cannot access it. So, and the reason is because when you have your workload in a particular region, you want to space it out as much as possible by making it in a different AZ, depending on the availability zones that that particular region gives to you. So let's say now that we are in Ireland region, as you can see there. So if you're in, let's say AZ A, you have three AZs, for example, you have AZ A, AZ B, and AZ C. You want to have the same kind of workload that you have in a particular AZ to another hazy than the third AZ. Because if let's say a particular AZ, all of them goes down, the AZ goes down, you want to be able to still serve traffic to your customer on the other AZ. So that's why you make it highly available, that not you don't put all your egg in one basket, that is one AZ. And if you look at it, if now go down to transit gateway, transit gateway is where my transit gateway attachment rather, you'll see that this is what it means by it's highly available. You go to the create transit attachment. I select my transit gateway ID. I want to have the type as a VPC. And you can put a name there that you want. And I select it a VPC CIDR, which is a spokesactivity. And this exactly is what that part is saying. Now you have your availability zone in multiple AZs, which are three AZs. The reason why there's no subnet available is because I don't have a subnet created in AZC. If I had had a subnet created in this subnet, it would have been enabled. So if you only choose this AZ, then you are not making use of the design that has been built into transit gateway to be highly available. So if you choose, let's say you have a subnet enabled in 1C and you checked all the three AZs, that means your transit gateway, you've designed it in you've followed the design in a way that you want to have your workload highly available. So let's say in this particular AZ, something happens and everything goes down. Your transit gateway is still functioning because the workload in this AZ can still communicate. The only thing you can have at worst case scenario is maybe if there's packet loss, maybe there's an issue within AWS and something happens behind the scene and there's a little bit packet loss and you are seeing that, but you would not see that go down, saying maybe you have a timeout or you cannot access your resources through the transit gateway. You can have an elevated packet loss and maybe you reach out to AWS and it's, oh, okay, we see what is going on, we fix it. Or you do not configure your transit gateway route tables, propagation association properly, and that is not making your traffic to pass through. That it's on you. So you want to ensure that you have that configured properly. And in case you're still struggling to understand that, I will just use these to explain to you. We all agree, because I've not seen much of this question on elastic load balancer. Elastic load balancer is like a single entity, just like transit gateway is. And I want to assume that you believe that elastic load balancer is highly available enough, because we've heard that over and over, and it has been long being in existence before transit gateway came to be in existence. So if you look at elastic load balancer, you already believe that. And the concept and the reason why they said is highly available is, it is available by design, is the same concept I just explained with transit gateway, in that when you select your VPC, you can have all your AZs associated with it. Now, let me just go back, you just are wondering how I got to that part. It's just, if you go ahead and create a load balancer, let's say you choose an application load balancer, whichever load balancer you choose, and you give it a name, and you come down here, and this is the availability zone state, just like the transit gateway. Now you have a VPC, it's telling you to choose, which availability zone. If you decide to go ahead and choose one availability zone, then you are setting yourself up for disaster, because if that single availability zone should go down or you have an issue, you wouldn't be able to serve traffic to your customer in other AZs. So that's why you want to choose all the availability zone. By doing that, you are, living up to the design that AWS has built in the load balancer has been highly available. So that basically is just what that part is saying. So I just want to make this very clear to you guys out there, that the reason why AWS said in this documentation that it's designed, they didn't go into details here, and you might just be wondering, okay, for some customer that are a little bit paranoid, that how is this, what do they mean? And this is exactly what they mean by that highly available, because you have multiple AZs that can still function. If one AZ goes down, the other AZ picks it up in the same single transit gateway, and that's it. So this is just what I was to explain. And guys, let me know if there's anything you want to understand. Hit me up and let me know. Put it in the comment button. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.